Hey guys, welcome to DreamCoin, where we show you how to invest for a better tomorrow. My name's Tyler, and today we're going to be going over the Duolingo IPO filing that they just put into effect yesterday, June 28th, where I think the stock is going to be priced for the IPO and how I see the company moving into the future. To get right into it, they disclosed they had a 97% revenue growth rate in the March quarter, which is a year-over-year growth estimate based on their revenues that they had seen in previous years during that same period. And this basically means they have doubled the amount of revenue that they were looking at prior to this year. As we look back over the last couple of years, they went from a revenue growth of $70.8 million in 2019 to $161.7 million in 2020, which was a 129% increase between those 2 years. And in quarter one of 2021, they have made $55.4 million in revenue already, which would allow them to potentially be well over $200 million in revenue by 2022. One of the main concerns for them right now, though, is that their net loss has widened from 2.2 million to 13.5 million, which is part of the IPO, I believe, because they need to raise some finances with the expansion they've been seeing in their business model. And as of right now, with their current growth, they've been valued at about $2.4 billion as a company, which with the amount of growth that they're seeing, I could see them easily hitting $4 to $5 billion in the pretty near future. For anybody that doesn't know who they are, what they do, or how their model works as a business, they essentially have a free platform where you can go into learn new languages. And basically while you're learning these languages, a lot of the revenue will come off of ad placements throughout the different lessons that you would be going through. Or if you don't want to see the ads, you can pay for a premium subscription to mitigate having those ads, which is a very common model in a lot of businesses nowadays. But essentially, it's been shown to streamline a lot of language learning for people, which is why the business has been seeing increased growth over time. And then they also have an accredited English test that is accepted by a lot of huge universities, including Yale and Duke and Johns Hopkins, where you can basically just get a certification showing your English proficiency, which just expands on some of their platform as a way to use this in a more professional setting outside of just casual use for languages. This is their S-1 filing that they just put out yesterday, June 28th. And you can see down here where their proposed maximum offering would be $100 million roughly, based on where they want to get their IPO out in general. Obviously, there's room to go after that. There could be share offerings in the future if they feel the need to do so. But if this IPO is successful, I don't think they'll need to go that route, as they are rapidly growing in revenue, especially with the expansion of people looking to double down on getting new languages and traveling coming out of COVID and different things along those lines. Now, if we want to try to estimate when we think they're going to be going live, we are most likely looking between 2 and 4 months from now. They were eyeing quarter 3, which is going to fall into that here shortly in July. But generally, after you file your initial S1, there's an SEC review that takes place, and that generally happens 12 to 16 weeks before you actually get your IPO out and everything. We've got a decent bit of time before they come to fruition, but we can also look into where their share price might be starting when they do go into their IPO. So my estimate is we're going to be seeing a range of $23 to $27 for the IPO listing for the shares of Duolingo. And I think this is pretty reasonable considering their current company valuation. And then this could leave them a decent bit of room to run into the future, especially with the fact that I think they could be worth well over $5 billion in the next couple of years. They do already have a page on Webull, which is nice to see. So it could be hypothesized that they would be traded on Webull as well, which is nice for a lot of the people that watch the channel, because I know a lot of you guys are using Webull. For my long-term target, even though we're fairly early on the IPO, I'm going to be looking, like I said, to have them at a valuation over $5 billion. So if we estimate that they can double their valuation, which I think is reasonable for them, I could be seeing Duolingo being worth over $50 a share. And I would say that would happen about a year after their IPO goes live. Obviously, they could have their initial day spike on hype of them going live and everything, but I don't usually count that into my long-term price targets, because there will be pullback and people selling off, or people that were early on the IPO that are just trying to get a quick flip for profit. But I do think long term they could be holding that $50 price range in general, which would give them what I would estimate between $5 and $6 billion as a valuation for the company. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content lately, especially with the recent IPO videos that I've been putting out. We did the Clear Secure IPO, which is expected to go live anytime between today and tomorrow. And we also went over the DD Stock IPO, which is looking to be a nice addition alongside the Clear Secure IPO. If that's what you're interested in, I will have a playlist for my IPOs coming up for you to check out, and I'll be looking to cover more of these into the future to get you guys in early on good companies. Other than that, that's going to do it for me in this video today, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.